What's up, YouTube? I'm Shawnty Hall, and this is Game Talk. For today's game, we have the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Sacremento Kings. I wanted to watch this game because the Pelicans are on a 9-game win streak, and Anthony Davis has been sensational lately. But before I get into my thoughts on the game, let's talk about the numbers. Final score of the game was 114-101 with New Orleans taking the win. For the Pelicans, Nikola Mirotic had 21 points and 16 rebounds. Drew Holiday had 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists. Anthony Davis, before he went down, had 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 blocks. As a team, the Pelicans shot 56% overall, 42% from behind the three-point line, and 100% from the free throw line. Moving on to the Kings, Buddy Hield had 20 points and 5 rebounds. Zach Randolph had 19 points and 5 rebounds, and Frank Mason had 16 points and 6 assists. As a team, the Kings shot 41% overall, 32% from behind the three-point line, and 82% from the free throw line. Alright, so now I want to get into my thoughts, starting with the Pelicans. And the first thing I can say I noticed for the Pelicans this game was that they did a great job establishing position in the post. I want to say every big man that the Pelicans put out there tonight had a decent game because they were able to get such good position. Which actually brings me to my second point about the Pelicans. They got great production from their bench tonight. Their bench scored 48 points tonight, which is pretty huge since Anthony Davis went down pretty early in the third. Nikola Mirotic especially stepped up since Anthony Davis went down early in the third quarter. He had some big threes to help seal the game. Something else I noticed about the Pelicans was that their ball movement was a lot better when Anthony Davis wasn't on the floor. That's not a knock against Anthony Davis or anything, because obviously when he's on the floor you want to get him the ball. But it's good knowing that the Pelicans can create offense for other players when he's not on the floor. Something I felt like the Pelicans could have did a much better job of this game was limiting turnovers. They had 16 overall and several coming in the second half, which I think was one of the reasons why the Kings were able to get back into the game late. That's really all the thoughts that I had for the Pelicans. Now moving on to the Kings. And the first thing I can say I noticed for the Kings was that they did a great job fighting the open man. Whether it was a teammate cutting to the basket or someone open for three, they did a pretty good job finding them. Which actually brings me to my next point, and that's that the Kings need to do a better job converting the open looks that they get. Especially against a team as hot as the Pelicans right now, you need to make the open shots that they give you. I think a lot of that, though, can be attributed to how young this Kings team really is. Something else I noticed for the Kings was that they needed to do a better job defending the three-point line. The Pelicans only made 11, but that could have been way more because they had a ton of open looks from there. The last thing I want to say about the Kings is that they never really quit on this game. It's something really important to see from a young team. I mean, they were really fighting until the end. I think they have a pretty special young core that'll only get better after adding this year's draft pick. But that's it for my thoughts on the video. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like. If you enjoy NBA videos in general, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.